Well, look, there were lots of things to pick from. This was not an exceptionally good speech. It was gratuitously and bitterly partisan. But I think the biggest problem was the section in which he talked about the so-called lies and misstatements about his proposal. He dealt with 5 of them, and in each one of them he made a series of very glaring misstatements or distortions. He talked first of all about people's concern that this was setting up panels to kill off senior citizens, and he said that's false. Well, that's not what people were concerned about. What they were concerned about was a proposal that basically says we're going to incentivize doctors to sit down with you and go over end-of-life decisions. We've typically left that to a doctor, a lawyer, the family lawyer, the family, your family faith giver, your family faith figure, to help you arrive at that decision. And here we're going to pay doctors to sit down and go over your end-of-life decisions with you. And that's what even an editorial page writer for the Washington Post, Charles Lane, wrote a brilliant piece saying this makes me queasy.
Let me return to Mr. Rove for one more second before we move on. You're on 2 issues. One is on the issue of these so-called death panels, where he talked about the fact that allowing doctors to get compensated for consulting with seniors on end-of-life decisions is somehow equivalent to death panels. It was an idea that was introduced in the House by Johnny Isakson, a Republican. He called that suggestion nuts. Sarah Palin, who now has condemned that idea, introduced it herself in Alaska.
Yeah, but it's a dopey idea.
So there's a bit of hypocrisy. No, it's not a dopey idea.
It's a dopey idea.
People don't want the government. They don't want the government or some bureaucrat in a hospital making an end-of-life decision.
You don't need to get involved with that at all, Mr. Axelrod.
Nobody forces them to do that. Well, first of all, he's working off of a House. He's getting involved. He's keying off of a House proposal, and
just get rid of it.
Point out that the idea came from the Republicans.
Okay, it's swell. Get rid of it. It's not necessary. We want to streamline this down.
And then the last point is